Kaylee Cuoco and Sam Claflin star in the MGM Plus original series, Vanished. When the man Alice loves disappears on a train to the south of France, every romantic memory becomes evidence. Every intimate detail, a potential threat. She thought she knew everything about him, but she may not even know his real name. New episode Sunday on MGM Plus. Finding the truth is a dangerous affair.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Wait, were you dating at that point?
No, we weren't.
Okay, how long had you broken up?
Months.
And so you have this financial enlacement, like as though you had a baby.
Yeah.
Like you can't get rid of each other when you break up.
Right.
This is the plaintiff, Kahar Abdul Kawi. He says he's known the defendant since high school, and they dated for a while last year. When they were still together, he was driving her car, got pulled over by the cops for having tinted windows and got 2 tickets. She said she'd pay the fines because it was her car, but didn't, and next thing he knows, his license was suspended for non-payment. She also pulled him from their car insurance policy without telling him, and he's now out $4,418.75, all due to the defendant's childish behavior. This is the defendant, Clarissa Jackson. She says the plaintiff makes no sense whatsoever, and this lawsuit's a waste of time because he's just trying to get her to pay for his mistakes. The immature guy needs to grow up, take responsibility for his own careless actions, and she's darn sure she doesn't owe him a penny. She's accused of bothering a boyfriend.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Cowie, you are suing your former girlfriend, right?
Yes.
Clarissa Jackson, for $4,418.75 for insurance payments and tickets that you have to pay at the Department of Motor Vehicles. Okay, tell me what's going on.
Well, it basically all started out with me helping her get a car. Me and her were dealing with each other, and she needed to get a car. She had, asked me to help her out, so I financed a car for her and helped her out with that.
You financed a car for her, meaning you loaned her the money, or you
no,
got
she
her
paid.
financing?
She paid for it, but the actual financing was done mainly as a primary and her as a co-signer, so that she could get a car. So that's how the whole.
Is that still outstanding, or it's been paid?
Nah, she still has the car. That car she still has. So that's pretty
and she's
much
still making payments on it.
Correct.
Yeah, she is.
Okay. Have you affected his credit in any way, or you're up to date on
No,
your
I'm
payment?
up to date.
Okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
she is up to date. Basically, so that's how it started off with that, and we had made an agreement that we would put the car that I already had that's already paid off on the same insurance policies, just so it would be cheaper for everybody, and it worked out pretty good. Basically, we were paying for about I'm sorry. So the car that you drive, the car that I drove,
the insurance company doesn't know you're driving it. They think they insured it under her name.
The cars were both insured under her. Yeah, the cars were both insured under her.
Because what? Because you have a bad driving record? Okay, well, that's my answer.
Yeah.
We don't have to go much further.
Yeah,
you kind of know if your driving record's bad or not. All right, so go ahead.
It is. So we basically agreed to do that.
So your credit's bad, your driving record's bad, so you gave each other the thing that the other person didn't deserve. Go ahead, go on.
Pretty much, I guess, yeah. So with that being said, time went by, she was paying it, I was paying it, everything was going good. This was actually right around Hurricane Sandy a little bit afterwards, I had got a crack on my windshield. And I had contacted her to let her know because I had called the insurance company to get it taken care of. And they said that, listen, your name's not on the policy or even on the account. So you need for her to, contact us so that we could get it done. It's not a problem.
In fact, they wanted to know, who are you? And why are you driving her car, they might say. But
it was just, just to get it done, So I tried to get in touch with her. I explained the situation to her. And she was just giving me the runaround.
Wait, were you dating at that point?
No, we weren't.
Okay, how long had you broken up?
Months.
It was
and
months.
So you have this financial enlacement, like as though you had a baby.
Yeah.
Like you can't get rid of each other when you break up.
Right.
Okay, so go on.
Basically,
one day you're driving around.
Yeah, one day I'm driving around, and I had gotten into a really bad accident.
But before you got into an accident, you got a ticket.
I got a ticket, yeah.
Tell me about the ticket.
So the ticket happened for the tinted windows on her car.
Is this the car that you drive?
This is the car that I helped her get.
And they had tinted windows.
And it had tinted windows on it.
They're overly tinted windows.
Yes.
Like limousine.
Did you get it fixed?
No.
Like limousine, you didn't get it fixed?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, you're only allowed to tint them so far.
Yeah, they were like 5%. You couldn't even see inside the car.
Okay.
But, her thing was like, listen, you knew about it. I'm like, listen, I know, but... Can you, do something about this? She said, yeah, I'll have, someone take care of it. And
someone take care of it? How?
I told him that I would call a friend of mine who owns a mechanic shop.
Okay.
And then I had told him that the person who owns the mechanic shop does not do tent removal or put them on either. So there was nothing that I could do.
Because what? Because you thought that if you removed the tent, the court would dismiss the ticket? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. If you give them a bill stating that you got them removed.
You took care of it, then they'll dismiss the ticket. So instead, the ticket was for how much?
I've gotten 10 tickets before. They run about $90 a piece.
No, this ticket was for how much? Do you have the ticket?
I don't have the ticket because she had
Do you have anything that says that you owe $320 for ignoring the $90 ticket?
I have the receipt from the DMV.
Did you pay it?
I paid it, yeah.
All right, so now tell me about the insurance.
All right,
what happened to you? You ended up in an accident?
Yeah, we had got into a little bit of an argument, back and forth, whatever.
What was the argument about?
The argument was about the ticket. I had mentioned it to her. I had told her what happened, and she pretty much showed that she really didn't care, that it wasn't her issue. I was even willing to go half with her on it if she even offered it. She didn't even offer to say, you know what, I do feel a little bit badly. I'll go half on it with you because
how come you didn't just kind of say that?
Because I was dealing with too much disrespect from him.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And I even stated this to him. I said, at the end of the day, I can understand if you're upset, but you're not going to talk to me like I'm your child. My own parents don't speak to me this way.
How was he talking to you?
Oh, you need to go down to the DMV and handle this. First off, the ticket's not in my name, so there's nothing that I can do.
Well, you could just pay it. But
no, at the DMV, you have to show the ID of the person who has the ticket.
That's not true.
Why would you have to do that? My mother could go down to the DMV and she's not gonna.
They have signs everywhere.
No, you could do that.
I don't know. But it doesn't matter because all you have to do is just give him money and then he can go do it.
But not if you're talking to me like I'm scum of the earth. I've known you for too long.
That was the first conversation.
How long have you guys known each other?
For like almost 9 years.
How many?
Almost 9 years we've known each other.
You think so?
How long, honey? How long?
We've known each other since...
How long?
No.
Almost 9 years.
Look at me and tell me.
I've known him since I was like 18.
So now you're going to date yourself. How long have you known him?
Can you go back?
Nah, too late. That's how you framed the question. How long have you known each other?
Like 6 years.
How many?
Like 6.
Okay. Apparently, he thinks it's interminably longer.
No, we met like before that, but we didn't really start knowing each other until like that time.
Now, let's talk about the insurance payments. Tell me about that.
All right, so after the glass, after everything else, I had spoken to her. I was like, listen, I had lost my wallet because I was doing volunteer work and I had lost my wallet. But I was telling her, I'm like, listen, unless you want our policies to lapse, you need to give me the information so I could go on the internet.
I saw those texts and she gave you the password. You asked her for the password. She gave you the password. That was December 15th. Did you make a payment December?
When I went to go online, the password was changed. And I tried to let her know, and I clearly wrote her, said the password you gave me is incorrect. I need the correct one to do it. And I've been paying it all this time. Why all of a sudden would I stop paying this when I've been paying it on time for
Why
so
are you
long?
answering his texts? It's right before Christmas. He's sending you all this text. You're angry at him because he's been nasty to you or whatever.
Because he's been nasty to me.
I understand, but isn't it in your best interest to have the insurance paid?
I had returned his phone calls.
Okay.
I'm not a big texter.
No, but in the text it says, you're ignoring me. I don't think you returned his phone calls.
He was calling me when I was in school, and I did call him when I got out of class.
Well, I don't know when that is, because we're talking about December 23rd. Are you still in school December 23rd, where he's texting you kind of frustrated that you've been ignoring him all this time, and that he told you he couldn't get in to the website to give the information.
When he told me that, he never told me that he could not get into the website. He told me that he needed for me to call Geico and confirm that he was allowed to make changes onto the account. And so then I had given him my Geico account number and password, which was valid at the time.
Okay, but you must have changed it because he says...
I changed it after the 21st once I took his vehicle off of my policy and
when
paid the policy.
When did you take his vehicle off your policy?
On the 21st of December. It was supposed to be paid on the 7th of
21st you
December.
did it. So when he sends the first text that says, the login info you gave me doesn't work... I can't believe you did that.
The login information did work.
Wait a minute. So the only thing he was behind was December. And you did that why? You took him off the...
Because he told me when I did
you got a car thanks to him. Who do you think you are?
Because he told me that no matter what, I would pay for those tickets.
So
those
what?
were the
So you
last
got to turn
things-
around and do it.
Those were
Just
the last
your
words that
remedy
came out of
to
his
that
mouth.
sassiness is not to pay for the tickets. But why would you turn around
Because
and hurt the guy like that?
because now
you
the
end up in a
policy
car
isn't paid.
accident. You total the car. So you're that evil that you couldn't at least send a text saying I'm taking you off the insurance?
The Geico told me that they would notify the DMV, which would notify him, letting him know that his vehicle was no longer insured.
How long did you date this guy? How long did you know this guy?
And that's what I
Stop
figured.
it, Ice Princess, and listen to me. You have a car thanks to him. You would not have the car if it were. I know you're paying for it, but you wouldn't have the financing for it. You'd be paying a lot more for it. Why do you have to be so cruel?
Because he disrespected me.
Wow, man, don't cross this woman. Was she like that when you were in a relationship with her?
Honestly, like, I know how she could be, but I didn't think that she would do it to me like she said, like you said.
When was your accident?
January 19th, literally.
Let me see proof of the accident.
I have, and this is the accident report and the diagram. Okay. And I have photos of the car also.
Here's what I don't understand. The accident was not your fault.
No.
Oh my goodness, it's a total loss, obviously.
Yeah, they said if someone was in that back seat that they would have been like critically injured or dead if they were in that back seat.
Oh my goodness. What was your first thought? Oh geez, I didn't pay the insurance?
Honestly, like I had no idea that.
Did you think she paid December?
I would have think that she would because it was.
The woman was a total raging word that rhymes with witch. Why would you think that she would pay December?
I didn't think that she wouldn't pay.
And or January, because you had the accident January 19th.
I didn't think that she wouldn't pay it. I just honestly,
I think she's wicked for not. I think she's wicked for not returning your call, figuring it out. Because at the end of the day, it's not just does she have to be nice and continue doing you a favor. All she has to do is tell you you're off my insurance.
Exactly.
And she shouldn't even be doing that because God is her judge, and she got the car thanks to you, and you can't back out of what you did for her. So she shouldn't back out of what you. But she has a power to back out of what she did for you.
Yeah, but I don't.
So she can't. But the part that slays me is that she didn't have enough humanity to say to you, rather than ignoring your text or whatever, to say to you, I'm taking you off my insurance.
If she would have told me, I would have got.
Yeah, I know she didn't tell you. She already told me. I was told DMV would let him know. I know that she didn't tell you.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So was she wrong? Take him off the insurance policy without notifying him?
Yes, but she didn't have a right to notify him. He should be a responsible enough adult to make.
How do you know that? I mean, how do you know that?
Because, I mean, that's the law. You're supposed to.
The law doesn't say when you break up with somebody, you have to check your insurance.
The law says that you're supposed to have insurance. So whether you break up with somebody or not, that's your responsibility to make sure that you have insurance.
Okay, what do you think?
I think it was wrong for her to not notify him of that. You know, it's just, I mean, even though.
Does it matter how bad the breakup was? If it was his fault?
Not really, no.
Oh, you're a good woman. What do you say?
I think that they're both pretty dumb because it's your responsibility to make sure that you're driving with insurance. And, you know, if you have a pissed off girlfriend who's in charge of your insurance, you gotta, you know, make sure you're cleaning up after yourself when you have a messy breakup.
There you go. That's the point. Going inside the courtroom.
Also, the vehicle was never registered into my name, so therefore I was not supposed to be insuring it, and Kahar was supposed to produce the
sweet pea, did you
proper
know that while you were
documents
defrauding the insurance company for
And I
9
gave him
months?
a-
I'm sorry, 11 months? Did you know that then?
I let Geico know,
Did
and
you
they
know?
gave me a time
And did you
frame.
also know when you applied for financing as a co-signer that you weren't really the principal person responsible for paying the payment? So you have no problem defrauding people when it's for your benefit, but you're going to stand there with that sweet little face and tell me, oh, but I found out I wasn't supposed to be insuring him. Really? Really, sweetie?
And even if that was the case and she would have said that, I would have just said fine, and that would have been the end of it.
So needless to say, insurance had lapsed, and your accident wasn't covered through your own insurance.
No.
But what about the insurance of the other guy, by the way?
They're still paying.
They're gonna pay you.
They're gonna pay me. Yeah,
How much are they gonna pay you?
Like $6,000.
Okay, all right.
Like that.
So what we're talking about here is not paying the damage of the car. What you're suing for is because she did this to you, you want all the insurance that you paid for from January to November because it was a waste.
Yeah, and not even just that, because like you said.
But you had insurance from January to November, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you'd had an accident, you could have claimed it under the insurance, right?
Between that time frame, but I was trying to pay. It's not like I wasn't trying to pay it, and like if I would have known, I would have been getting covered.
But why would? What is your response to his lawsuit of $4,098.75?
I don't know him that because he was insured during that time.
And what do you say to that?
Yeah, during that time frame, yeah.
Well, then why would she have to pay all that money back to you?
Because at any point in time, like you said, like she could have just decided to pull off. I would have never known.
But she didn't.
Yeah.
And then in the time that she did, mercifully, the accident wasn't your fault. It was somebody else's, and you're going to be fully recompensed by that person. So you're not out anything.
No.
So really, you're just angry. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, well, you learned your lesson. Stay away.
Yeah, like I said, like, you know.
Okay, as to the $320, I'm going to make you guys split it. $160 each of you. That's what I think should happen. That's what should have happened at the beginning if you were decent people. Okay?
Hold on right there, hold on.
Well, here's the defendant who the judge saw as somebody who kind of takes advantage of things when it's to your benefit. What's your reaction to this outcome here?
I'm fine. Justice was served.
In what sense? I mean, isn't it a little surprising that you could try to pull something on a guy that you had a relationship with for such a long time?
I don't feel as though I was pulling anything over anyone's eyes. I feel as though something was being trying to be pulled over mine.
On yours?
Mm-hmm.
What changed the relationship for the worse? What ended it? You guys
That's a
known each
personal
other
matter.
such a long time.
It's a personal matter.
Still have any feelings left for him? No. All right. Right down this way. Okay,
Thank
come
you.
on in here. So, Stephen, you satisfied how this comes out with the judge's ruling?
Yeah, I think that it was fair.
Are you surprised that your ex-girlfriend could
I'm very
pull
surprised.
that?
I'm very, very surprised. I would have never expected for her to put me through it or to even think that it would be okay. So it definitely did shock me. So.
What about your feelings for her? Anything left?
I still care for her, you know. I can't say that I don't, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, she showed me her true nature. So.
Over to Harvey.
I gotta say, I think this lady makes a very good point, but if there was an accident where he ended up having to shell out money, I think he'd have a pretty good case to argue that she should be responsible for the damage because, look, she took him off out of vengeance and didn't notify him, and you know, I don't know. It's a real close call, but I would have given it a shot if I were him. That will do it for this case. The litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
How does PwC take your company to the leading edge? They bring the sharpest minds in tech to your team, so you can bring the ideas that will transform your business. They're passionate about your industry, so you can walk into any room with every advantage. And they're with you every step of the way, so you can know you're headed in the right direction. PwC builds for what's next, so you can get there now. Get started at pwc.com/us/leading edge.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Car shopping shouldn't feel like preparing for a marathon of paperwork. That's why Carvana makes buying and financing your car easy. From start to finish, search thousands of vehicles with great prices. All online, all on your time. And when you're ready, your new car shows up right at your door. It doesn't get better than that. Buy your car the easy way. On Carvana. Delivery fees may apply.
This is the plaintiff, Leno Zapata Lucio. He says his brother passed away in Ecuador, and the defendant, his younger brother, couldn't afford a plane ticket to attend the funeral. He loaned the defendant the necessary funds. He was grateful for the gesture, promised he'd pay him back, but hasn't. Unfortunately, they've had many issues over the years. The guy's a bad egg, and he's suing him for the $2,500 he's owed. This is the defendant, Juan Zapata Lucio. He says he had just come back to the U.S. from Ecuador, and that's when his brother passed away. He couldn't afford to go back again, and that's when the plaintiff purchased tickets for him. The plaintiff did this out of the kindness of his heart. He never agreed to pay him back, and quite frankly, doesn't understand why the guy's turning around and suing him for the money today. He's accused of causing a brother brouhaha.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff loaned his younger brother money for their older brother's funeral, and he hasn't paid him back. But the defendant says it was a gift. It's the case of the brother who got stiffed.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Leno Zapata Lucio.
Yes, good morning, John.
You are suing Juan Zapata Lucio.
Yes.
Your Lucio or Lucio?
Lucio.
Lucio. For your brother, for $2,500, because according to you, you paid for them to go to another brother's funeral, and that was a loan, and they never repaid you. Tell me what happened here.
Yeah, John. My sister from Ecuador called me. They say my other brother passed away, which the name was Fausto Renelmo Zapata Lucio. My sister Olympia.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, my sister Angela Olympia called me from over there. Said my brother passed away. And then as well, it's impossible. It can be.
How many brothers and sisters are you?
We are together 12. Seven brothers and 5 sisters.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay.
And the situation painful. Nobody happened. He passed away by heart attack. And I say what I can do. I told my sister it's impossible to me go back to Ecuador because my brother passed away. He's dead. What I can do now? He's dead. But no, you have to come because we are part of the family. You know, I was in confusion at the time. It is not easy to answer any question or make any decision. And
I find it very easy to make a decision. You go to your brother's funeral.
To say go back and forth, what I can do.
Go back and forth.
What I can do, go to the airline and look for who knows how much it can be. It's not easy to make a decision about the money situation.
Okay.
Now, my sister, Angela, called me and said, Leno, you must to come. And then my other sisters, they call me also, you must to come. And they say, well, and then we call already, say, my brother Juan, he had to come also. Everybody had to be in the funeral. That's the defendant. Yeah, this is my brother.
Okay, so there's a lot of pressure on the sisters that the brothers act like human beings and go to their brother's funeral.
Yes,
Got it.
we had to come over there.
Yes, you have to go. We passed that. So what happens? You decide you're going to your brother's funeral. Your brother doesn't have the money to go to your brother's funeral?
Yeah, now, then my sister told me, no, you guys have to come.
Okay, now what ends up happening is you pay for his ticket and the son, correct?
Yeah, and
they don't pay you back. How much did you pay for the tickets?
It is around roughly $900 each ticket.
Okay, how do you come up with $700 in interest?
Okay, the $700 come out over there because in the credit card, as you pay over there.
Show me the credit card.
No, I don't have the credit card.
You need to have proof when you're asking for $700 in interest. What happened?
First thing, I never ask money to my brother because all the time we keep fighting with him. There's no reason to ask money to him.
You keep what?
What's some kind of fighting with my brother?
You're always fighting with your brother?
Yeah, always.
What was the fight about?
Because previous at this case, this money for the ticket, what he asked, he owed me over $12,000 already.
He owes you $12,000.
Yes.
For what?
Like he said, plane tickets. It was tickets for the travel. I get tickets for his girlfriend or wife, whatever they call him, wife, and kids, and him too. Before, like 3-4 years ago, I paid for him. So he traveled to Ecuador. And later on, I let him in my apartment. He stayed for 6 months. He don't pay no rent. Plus, he took all my furniture for what I have it.
So you two don't get along?
Brand new. And
do you two get along?
No.
No. All right. Now, were you working for your uncle?
Yeah, I was.
To explain that to me, because if your father and your uncle don't get along, I'm kind of curious about why you're working. Put your hand down.
I was working with him about 2 months when we went back to my country, and so we came back, and he said, "Well,
who's
all right.
we? Who went back to Ecuador?
We, 3.
Who's we? The 3 of you?
My father and my uncle for this funeral.
Okay.
So.
And who paid for that?
He paid because I told him we don't got the money if I just came back from Ecuador, so he don't got the money.
You had just come back from Ecuador yourself?
Yeah, with my father.
Okay.
So he don't got the money. He say, all right, so you're working with me, we work it out, and we.
And what did you tell your father? Just that? That same conversation? You went home and told your father?
Yeah, but I told him when we bought the ticket already. I told him that because my uncle said, here's the car, buy the tickets, because your uncle, you gotta be there, the funeral. So okay, I bought it. Because he said, when we working together, you're gonna pay me back with that. So okay, so I was working with him for 2 months. He agreed to pay me $300 a week. But from that money, he only give me $700, $500, and he bought me a cell phone. That's all.
So he didn't pay you for your work?
No.
Because he was paying off the tickets?
I think so.
Okay. What do you owe him from his work?
The thing is now coming to the point, his father tried to teach his son to lie before he was not like that.
How long did the son work? Your nephew work for you?
No, he came maybe around 3 weeks, but this is once in a while only because he had fight with my brother. His son fight with my brother because let's forget there's a lot of issues in Ecuador. They have argument too much. My nephew, he have no place to go. That's the reason he ended up to come together with me. It is nothing about 1 month or 2, 3 months. They say.
Did you ever take out any money for the plane ticket?
Never. There's no words. Never.
Do you get along with your other brother, with the defendant?
No.
No? What are the arguments? What problems do you have with your sister?
The two people, they are together all the time. They sue me many times as can as possible.
Wait. They sued you many times?
Yeah.
How many times have you been sued by your brother?
First of all, yeah, they sue me.
How many times have you been sued by your brother?
For my sister one time, and now for him another one. And I got it. Older brother in Ecuador is a lawyer. He sued me, so he pushed him to do it together. So these guys do it together, whatever they can.
This is why you don't have 12 kids.
Yeah, whatever they can.
Because they form alliances
Whatever
against
they
each
can
other.
is possible, they sue me. But to do this case, my brother in Ecuador, they push him, sue it. Let me finish it up, sorry. My sister, she owed me $1,000 because for her, yes, she for last year, she tried to travel to Ecuador, so she went for tickets. She told me, please, give me money.
Okay, but when you said something very telling to me, you said he owes me $12,000, and I asked from what, and you said from plane tickets that I bought for him.
First of all, plane ticket, for furniture, and a 6-month rent.
From when? What year?
Yeah, it's a long time, like 6 years or something. But I never sue those guys. I never. But then think about it. Then any little thing they sue me. And my sister, okay, she owed me $1,000 for a ticket I gave her. And after that, she said, no, I cannot pay you. And this is that. I make her, he making me mad. Yes, I cursed him out by phone. And what she's doing? No. Her son got a friend for the detective. I want to put you in the jail. I want to do this and I want to do that. And many things. She put me nervous. You're going to grab it for your job. I said, how come? I don't make no her, nobody. What's the reason for? And finally, she sued me and she get to me, don't call her no more.
A restraining order?
Yeah, because that's what she wanted.
Do you have a restraining order against him? Does she have a restraining order against him?
She got it, yes.
She does.
Yeah.
On what grounds?
What happened is...
Because they didn't finish it up.
No,
wait, I want to hear from him. Go ahead.
So, would you sue your brother or your sister if they stiffed you?
No. No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No.
$2,500?
No.
$5,000?
No.
$10,000?
Well...
Yeah, see, that's the point, right? Would you sue your brother or sister?
Yes. No, I probably wouldn't. It depends on how much.
Yeah, but if they disrespected you, why wouldn't you sue them? I mean, if they're going to disrespect you by stiffing you, why are you so scared to sue?
I mean, it's their choice. I mean, if the relationship with you is worth $2,500, then that's their decision. I mean, you shouldn't sue them. You should just say, like, if you're not going to pay me back, then that's it, and it's up to them.
So you cut off the relationship?
You can, yeah.
Okay. Going inside the courtroom.
He like to do whatever he wants because that coming to the point. He was in charge in the police department before a long time, and he having his mind, he had to be the power man. Whatever he say had to be done. That is about him.
He's a big power man?
Yes. he had to do whatever he think that is got to be it. Now, what happened is, as is the little money what he mentioned about my sister, what is long time ago, like a family help one to the other. Now come back and this time he say, oh, give me my money one I gave you 10 years ago. I need my $1,000 back. If you don't give me my $1,000 back.
Well, I'm just curious, did he pay for tickets for you in the past?
He invented. He's a liar, you don't have no idea.
So is that a no?
No, impossible. He's a liar, I can say, and the 100 things what he say, 98 is liar. He's a liar.
Let me ask you, son, when you say that I'm working with him, I tell him we don't have money, can you help us? And he says, okay, we'll work it out, blah, blah, blah. What makes you think it's a gift if he says we'll work it out because you're working with him?
Because when I came back, I was working with him. So the time that I was working with him, he gonna take the money out of it.
Okay, so what is your defense? That this is a gift or that this is a loan and you paid it back?
It's like a loan. So I working for him, and he instead he pay me, he keep the money. So he take the money.
Show me the proof of purchase of the tickets. Question for you. Were you working on the books or off the books?
Off the books.
Okay.
And
how many hours, do you have any proof of how many hours you worked versus how many you got paid?
No.
Okay. Did you actually talk to him about the money for the tickets, or did you talk to the son?
I did. No, I did with my son. I mean, with my brother. My brother is the person he say, I have to go with my son because my son grew up with my family as his brother.
What's your testimony about how that conversation took place between the two of you?
To the tickets?
Yeah.
He deal with my son.
Did you ever talk to him?
No.
Okay, so you're all three on a plane and you don't say one word about the fact that he paid for your tickets.
No, I say thank you. Whatever he did with my son, we helped to go to travel.
Yeah, okay. Here's
But the thing is, he never is $2,500, just $1,800.
Oh, so that you don't mind paying. It's just
actually 16. He can't win his ticket.
Okay. No, that's not what he did. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to order the two of you to pay for the tickets based on the son's testimony. The son's testimony is very clear. Actually, yours too. The son's testimony and yours is pretty clear that there was a debt of $1,641.40. That's what the two tickets cost. It's $820 each ticket. And when you're saying, oh, it was always $1,600, you can't tell me it was a gift. And when your son says, oh, I took it out of my paycheck, yeah, it was kind of a loan, you can't tell me it was a gift. It's either a loan or it's a gift. And if it's a loan, you have to pay it back. Okay, so it's $1,641.40 for the tickets. Plus, do you have, and you don't have the credit card to show the interest, so I'm just going to award you prejudgment statutory interest from your state of New York from the time that money was owed. That trip was in April of 2012, so it'll be interest from April of 2012 until now, plus your filing fee. That's my judgment. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
And so with that, the defendant comes out of the courtroom. Come on over here. How do you feel being in court, with your brother or sister on the other side like that?
Wherever the judge decides is fine. But like I say...
How hard is this for you to be in court with your family against you?
Yeah, it's very painful because my family is supposed to stay together, but...
Would you like a normal, loving relationship with your brother and sister and your whole family?
Yeah, I love my family, but they cannot love me because they keep suing me as much as possible. Every family try to sue me because they don't love my family, my wife, my kids. That's the point.
Okay.
This is jealous, finally.
I see. All right, head this way, All right, so come on in here. You win the case. How difficult is this for you? Here, come and turn this way, okay? Come. How difficult?
It's very difficult because I love my family.
Is there any truth to what he says? He says you're jealous about his family, wife and kids and so on.
I put in my farm in Ecuador, his children, the daughters and his wife over there. What happened isn't jealous. He took over there. He took her away.
You love his family?
I love the family. Okay. That's the reason I did that. That's the reason I took the funeral. I make a sacrifice to go.
Over to Harvey.
It's funny because I think in some ways it's more important to get something in writing when you loan money to a family member to preserve the relationship. So what you should do is just kind of email the other person and say, hey, I was happy to loan you the $2,500, blah, blah, blah. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Kraft Mac and Cheese is better than 90s hip-hop. We'll remind you of your childhood without making you feel incredibly old. Kraft Mac and Cheese. Best thing ever.
This is the plaintiff, Tom Walasek. He says he rented a room from the defendant after Hurricane Sandy left him homeless, and he and the defendant had a verbal agreement. Evidently, she didn't tell the other tenants in the house he had a dog, and since they all threatened to move out, she told him he would have to be the one to go. He refused, so she had his utilities shut off and then threw garbage all over the house. The cops were called. This whole thing's been a nightmare, and the defendant needs to pay him the $3,000 he needs to relocate. This is the defendant, Gloria Simone. She says the plaintiff was very disrespectful from day one, and 3 of her other tenants moved out because of him. The guy knows she's recently widowed and he's taking advantage of her. She needs this court and a judge to set things straight so she can move on with her life and get rid of this creep once and for all. She's accused of lacking in landlord skills.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says Hurricane Sandy left him homeless and he'd rented a room from the defendant. The problem was the defendant didn't tell the other tenants that he had a dog, and they said him or us. And she went after him with a vengeance. But the defendant says the plaintiff is just plain disrespectful. It's the case of the dog owner who got hounded.
Thank you, Douglas. Tom Walasek, you are suing Gloria Simone for $3,000 for your cost to relocate from, are you still living there?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay, your cost to relocate to a new apartment and punitive damages. Tell me what happened.
What happened was I had answered an ad on Craigslist that said pet friendly. And I made, contact with the landlord, Simone, and she said I could have a dog. And she promised me that the rent would be only $650, that I'd have a room, and I could move all my possessions in, don't worry about it. And when I did, all of a sudden, all the tenants had an issue with my dog. And my dog, because of the crisis, had to remain in a humane society for over a period of multiple weeks because they said I could have my dog.
Did you have a lease or no?
We had a verbal agreement, month to month or forever long I wanted to stay because what had happened.
It's either month to month or you have a written agreement, and month to month is for however long until they tell you got to go, and you have 30 days to go. They have to give you 30 days notice. But you can't just say, I'm not leaving.
No, what had happened was that I have a lawsuit that's pending right now because I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder and anxiety because I was in a bad 2010 truck accident, which left me partially disabled.
Okay.
And what happened was I'm waiting on the settlement to come in so I could purchase my own residency.
That's great, but that doesn't mean that your month to month is interpreted differently than everyone else's legal rights for a month to month. Your month to month allows you to get 30 days notice, and then you have to leave, just like any other month to month. Your month to month is not special because you're waiting to collect on a lawsuit. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, so she tells you when that you have to leave?
She told me that she was trying to sell the house.
When did she tell you you had to leave?
In the middle of January.
When did she say it is what I mean. Okay, middle of January she tells you have to leave. All right, and then, so what happens?
I explained to her that I can't leave, that you just moved me into a house. You're telling me to put the utilities all in my name, but I hadn't signed an agreement that I had to put the utilities in my name.
Well, who's going to pay for your utilities?
Well, what happened was when I moved in, one of her friends, which was a tenant there, had the utilities in his name.
Okay, how long did he live there with you when you moved in?
He moved out at the end of January.
Okay, when he moved out, he's going to take the utilities out of his name. Do you understand that? And then you're the only guy left living there in February, right?
But I was supposed to pay $650 for rent and then pay additional utilities, not have to be the person that the utilities name is in.
Why can't the utilities be in your name?
Because at the time, I couldn't put them in my name.
Why?
Because I didn't have great credit.
Okay.
And also it required a deposit.
So now, it's now February. Do the utilities end up getting cut off because the tenant leaves and takes it all out of their name?
What happened was the tenant moved out. He turned the gas off. And then the electric, which I was told was in Simone's name, was turned off on me. And what happened was when I called the gas company because it got to be too much because the house went down to freezing temperature where the water in the toilet bowl was frozen.
Who turned the heat off?
The tenant.
The tenant? What tenant? Wait, the tenant that left took it out of their name because they left?
Yes.
So you did not turn it on and she did not turn it on. And then how does it end up getting turned on eventually? Because
what had happened was I kept telling her, please turn the heat on. I'll give you money. I can't turn it on in my name. And then it went after a certain period of time, and I was able to save up a certain amount of money to put out for a deposit.
To her?
No, to the gas company and electric company.
Okay, to get heat.
Yes.
All right. Now you're still there now, right?
Yes, because what had happened was
And you have the house to yourself, or is there still a roommate there, a housemate?
All the roommates have moved out.
Okay.
Okay.
And why did all the roommates move out?
He was very confrontational to them, and he was disrespectful to their privacy.
How?
He came in all hours of the night with people in and out all night. We'll have a statement from one of the roommates also.
Let me see. Do you have an eviction proceeding pending?
I had one, but I took it out because I'm giving him a chance to begin. He wants a house to himself, but at a normal rent for a full house, not $650 to have a full house.
Yeah, but why would you do that? Why would you
I
take
had
the eviction proceeding
I had
away?
an attorney, Your Honor. My attorney, he thought that was the best thing, not to do an eviction for $650.
Did you ever turn off the electric or the heat on him or anything else?
No, none of that was in my name, and I still have, the water's in my name. The water's still on. It's never been turned off.
Was the water ever turned off?
No.
Do you have any proof the water, did you say the water was turned off?
Yes, it was.
When was the water turned off, and do you have any proof of that?
I had recently sent a text message to Miss Simone about her daughter sending a text message to me about admitting that they had turned the valves on. And
Let me see the text messages. Did you step on up?
Can a landlord turn off the water if a tenant flaunts the law?
No. I think it should be in the lease. It shouldn't be able to turn off your water. I mean, if it's not your...
I have a feeling your hunch is right. Go inside the courtroom.
Did you ever send him a text message about turning off the water?
I have right here where I text him back from texting me that he said that he turned the valves on, which I said they were not on because I just went there and I turned them on and I put water in the tank for you, so now the heat works.
That's the text?
Yeah.
Did you ever say, I'm turning off the water so you leave?
No.
Was that the text, the one she just read out?
Yes, and
Okay, all right.
here's
No, here's what I'm trying to understand. What is your lawsuit about?
I'm suing for the fact of the punitive damages. She lied to me. She misrepresented the house as a rooming house. Okay, she told me that I could have my dog, and because the other tenants became abrupt because she lied to me and lied to them, not telling them about my animal and just moved me in with an animal, caused an uproar in the household. Therefore, everybody had their own intentions of moving out.
How does that entitle you to $3,000?
Because she wants me to relocate.
Right, she wants you to go.
But here's the problem, I can't relocate.
Tough. Sometimes that's just the answer. Tough. You tell me that you are coming to court and asking for her to pay you $3,000 so you have money in your pocket to relocate. How about the rest of everybody who has to relocate, who has to come up with first, last, and security? They just have to get it. Why would the landlord have to pay for you to relocate? She gave you 30 days notice and you haven't left. You're supposed to leave. You're gonna get evicted.
She had me move into a residency. She misrepresented the house as an actual rooming house. She lied to me, explained to me I could have my dog when I really couldn't have
But
my
you can.
dog.
You have your dog. You're living in the house. You got the place to yourself now. She's paying. Are you paying a mortgage?
Yes.
And the mortgage, she can't meet it because you're only paying $650. She doesn't have everybody else's rent.
Right.
Apparently, nobody else wants to live there while you're living there. So you have noticed now that if you want to continue to live there, you need to pay for the rent for the whole house, which he's not going to do. And then you'll proceed with the eviction.
Yes.
So why does she have to pay you $3,000? Because you want money to relocate?
I needed to move and relocate.
Yeah, so if you need it, somebody else has to pay it. No.
Well,
Verdict for the defendant.
All right, so give me a little idea how you feel about the outcome of the case now and what your situation is now.
Well, I have harassment charges against her, and I have other charges that are going to be pending. And due to the misrepresentation, I'm also going to be filing towards the state to find out if she has an actual C of O. And
you really have it in for her.
Yes, now I do.
Yeah.
And basically, there's multiple police reports that didn't even get presented.
All right. Well, good luck with everything as you go forward. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care. All right. So step on in here. It sounds like you haven't. Stephen, it sounds like you haven't heard the end of him.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
What's he like as a tenant?
Horrible. And he's done this in the past. So.
All right. So you're going to go forward with evictions,
Oh, of course,
right?
of course.
And then you're going to continue to rent out to others.
Of course, or sell it. Either.
All right, Harvey.
You know, this guy is living in outer space. I mean, I don't know what this guy is arguing, but it's so clearly bogus that he is working the system, and people like this give tenants a bad name.